messages, laughs, and stories of love.
Our theme song was produced by the incomparable DJ Shaheen, and each week we'll bring you music from other independent recording artists. We'll bring you information from business owners and messages of love from ministry leaders. We'll feature books, authors, upcoming special events, and so much more. So get out your text messages and your tweets. Tell all your friends and family to log on because they'll be in for a very special treat as we bring you today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B and Bartee.
Now come and check us out live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B.
That's me. This is my hubby Bartee. And there's Mother Loretha.
Hello. Special guest on the show tonight, Mother Loretha.
Ooh, I've been looking forward to this all day. I woke up today thinking, is this Wednesday? Is this Wednesday? Is this Wednesday? Because there's going to be some wisdom in the house tonight. Thank you for being here, Mother Loretha.
You're quite welcome. Thank you both for inviting me.
Mm-hmm. A lot of wisdom. You see, they both could have on the church hat.
Yes. Out of respect. What did Grandma Pearl say? She don't feel right and in the house of the Lord without a hat on her head.
Praise the Lord.
That ain't what she said when I was over her house. I had my hat on, went over her house and said, it ain't raining in here.
We got a roof on this house. Take your hat off. Yeah.
But it's all good.
It really is.
Now, before my wife gets to saying why we do this show, we do this show in hopes that someone out there that's listening or watching might take into consideration something that we say or might not. They might say, hey, I think those people full of talking about Shaft.
Well,
you dig it? But we this is for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
Now, don't take our advice. Don't take my advice. Because we on the outside looking in. All we can tell you is to stay prayed up. But sometimes I make good sense with the conversation.
Yes,
but you can't do like I do or we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know what it's all about.
But we may say something to you and you'll be like, oh, that happened to them? I went through the same thing. I thought I was the only one. So that's why we do this show.
There you go.
Thank you, Dad.
And
thank you.
Hopefully, if something we say that you could use that can get you over that hump, please do. But send tribute to PayPal or
oh, you're not.
No, you ain't got to send me the money.
I know.
I ain't joking, but
So if you know somebody that has never seen the show before, just tag them, tell them to log on, tell them to share the video, because that's the best way to really tell somebody that they need help. You ain't just gonna come right out and tell them, but you can say, you know what, Mother Loretha said something, and I think you need to see what she said and tell me what you think. So anyway.
Sounds great. Now, the bottom of the screen has a lot of information for those of you who've been watching the show and know how we do this. But for those of you just now tuning in, if you have any questions or you need to text your questions, and this is an open conversation, so please feel free to engage with us. Tonight, one of the night topics is going to be dating on the website or from the website, however you do that.
Dating online dating.
Online dating.
Because a lot of people did that during the pandemic.
Yes, a lot of people did that before and still doing that. The pandemic had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That seemed to be the norm for a while. Rita, you know anything about that?
As a matter of fact, I have a very credible person who did online dating, actually met her spouse online dating, and they are happily married. So in fact, it does work.
It does work.
There are some happy endings.
You just gotta work it with the right intention.
Absolutely.
It's just like going on a regular date. You ain't just, if all you want to do is sleep with them, don't tell them you want to get married and live happily ever after. You gotta, okay.
No, but can you tell me you want to sleep with them?
Well,
No.
Why? Some women out there, that's all they want.
No. That's called, there's another line for that.
Okay, now
escort service.
another line.
Exactly.
No, they doing it on that too. I don't know for sure because I never done it. Maybe if I had a computer and I was pretty good on the computer, maybe I would have tried that. I don't know, but I never did online dating. But on those sites, you say there's different sites.
Yes.
Different sites.
Okay.
Now I know somebody who went on the site that was designed just for women, where they swipe and look at, there's even a TV commercial where this older woman and her son are in the kitchen and she's swiping and he says he's an 8, she's like he's a 10, and then they dump the water. But there was a specific site just for women that they could swipe, to look for men.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's different sites now that have whatever you're looking for. Probably you can find the site for that. I'm imagining now. I don't go on sites. I guess you might can talk to what's the midget name?
Oh, excuse me, the small person, the little person.
Oh, sorry, Kurt.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
I don't know, but anyway,
I think Loretha has some research she'd like to share. What have you found?
Actually, there are many sites available, and so what you have to do is you have to do your research. It's sort of like shopping for a car. And it depends on what kind of outcome you're looking for.
Okay.
So what I know for certain is you really need to know who you are as a person.
Well,
and what you're looking for in a person that you want to date. You have to be extremely specific in your own mind. You have to really know who you are and what you want from a date.
Okay, what about if you
just want to go to the movies?
No.
Just want to go out to dinner?
No. What if you what you call that when you're not what you say you are?
Oh, when you catfishing.
Yeah, what if you catfish a person?
Man.
Well,
and the conversation. Well, I'm sure people doing that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's prevalent.
We met a young man who just wanted to have some female companionship, but wasn't excited about his profile picture, so he grabbed somebody else's and stuck it up there.
Yes, that's called kitten fishing. Yes.
Yeah.
Called kitten fishing.
Yes, when you use someone else's identity, or you use something that appears younger than what you are.
Yeah.
In other words, if you don't present yourself, authentically.
It's called kitten fishing.
Kitten fisher.
Oh,
It's someone
fisher.
who presents themselves unrealistically on their dating profile.
There you go.
So all you kitties out there.
Oh well.
Now, can you go to jail for that?
Well, if the person can press charges if you swindled them out of some money or
if you gave them an STD.
Or if you promised them something. Promised to,
Okay.
But for us, seasoned citizens that may not be computer literate, it still sounds kind of foreign to us.
What's that?
Well, like you said, if you had a computer and knew what to do with it, maybe you would. So maybe this is where some of our wisdom can come in handy for people that think, well, the only way to find somebody is on the internet. No. How do you find a good date?
Yeah, well,
it's my experience. My experience is that you let the good date find you.
The woman lets the right. You got it.
I don't know about all that.
But how
y'all women, this is 2021, and I don't think it has to be that way.
How would you think?
A woman can find a man.
Hold on.
Yeah. I mean, someone said something about that in the Bible. The Bible says something about what? What the Bible say about?
Well, I told you it ain't good for a man to be alone.
No, it ain't that.
He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
Right, and so they interpreted that. But they interpreted But I'm saying, they interpreted that as the man finding a woman.
Absolutely.
That was part of the conversation.
That was God's intention. Yes.
Because I think God gave Eve to Adam as a gift.
Yes.
So a wife is still a gift to a husband.
Okay, what's the key word to that?
Gifts.
No,
Angie needs
I
a
think
gift.
I believe.
you don't know.
I believe.
That's your opinion,
I
though.
believe.
That's just your. You might not be right. Might be wrong.
What's your opinion then?
I don't know. So I don't have an opinion on that. I don't know what God did
Well,
back then.
Bartee, didn't you think you found a good thing when you found your wife?
I didn't find my wife. I wasn't looking. No,
But that's my
we
whole
just-
point. You weren't looking. But once you found her, something led you, that Holy Spirit that's within you led you to tell you, you who never wanted to be married again, that she was the wife for you.
There you go.
No, God. God told me that.
Absolutely.
What got me was when my wife said, "Thank you for your patience." We was having a conversation, and that came up.
But
Normally
even
you hear it all
before
time
the
now.
conversation,
I wasn't interested.
even before the conversation,
Right.
you found me through a billboard on a church.
Yes, and God.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
So see
My
how
bad.
he was working his plan in you.
Yeah.
all
You could have
along.
went any
Yeah.
old
He
kind
was.
of street, but you happened to go down that
was.
street with that church that happened to be promoting that
Yes.
our outreach ministry was coming to.
Exactly.
So that's how you found.
I'm going to jail then. I'm 11 years older than my wife. What they call that?
They call that maturity. In other words, you needed to have all of this when you found your wife.
Yes,
That's
yes,
maturity.
yes, baby.
And we just want to thank you.
Yes, baby.
It
Yes,
ain't
yes.
jail, baby.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay, my bad.
no.
Okay,
There
I ain't
you
know.
go.
I
There
ain't
you
know. I ain't
go.
know.
There you
Okay,
go.
I understand what you're saying now. Okay,
All right.
okay,
That's
okay.
good. That's good.
However, let me point out that social media is sometimes a very dangerous place.
Yeah.
And you really have to have a presence of mind when you are active on social media, because there are a lot of wolves out there who do steal other people's identity, and then they strike up a conversation with you, or they ask to befriend you.
Ooh, and they know just what
And
to
you
say.
just never know who they really are. Sometimes they represent people that are your friends or that are friends of friends, and you think they're legitimate, and they are not.
They just know what to say.
Yeah.
Shekinah Downs has chimed in. She said, "Hey,
Hey, Shekinah.
Shekinah is our in-house specialist for knowing all things internet."
Yes.
But because she's a
She has a singles
She has a
ministry.
singles ministry.
and she has a degree in what? She's a
Everything.
Anything that's got to do with the
But
mind.
I thought she has
Psychology.
right,
Psychology.
right. There
Yeah.
you
She
go.
can
That's
break
what
through
that
some of
said.
that crap. Yeah.
She's
So,
actually a family counselor, and she's very good at it.
yeah.
And she's a minister. She's very good at that.
Yes,
knows
she
the
is.
word.
She just
She
very
knows how to
good.
evangelize. Yes.
Now, since we talking about her,
Yeah.
would you chime in and let us know? Have you ever dated online? That's
Or
the
if you know
topic.
somebody.
Or if you know somebody, that's the topic of the day. That came across last week. My wife, we was talking about something, and she brought that up.
And
said that would
dating
be a
long
good-
distance.
Yes.
But dating long
Yes,
distance, we're gonna
that
take
was
care
it.
of this one first. Then we'll go to long distance. We'll see if we get some comments or some questions somebody asking us or want to ask.
Now, what we got last week was from somebody who said the pandemic forced them to extend their engagement. They're in 2 different countries. They were going to get married last year. The pandemic, no. Now they still working on it. And the question was, how did you keep your relationship alive, having to reschedule a wedding, having to then figure out how he gonna get from one country to another country,
Right.
you know, and
When you haven't gotten your vaccination.
well, hey, it's a whole lot of things they hadn't gotten. And so the feedback that we got was that faith kept them through it. Faith kept them going,
Right.
and the internet kept it alive.
It did.
So we're back to, even with long distance relationships, you still got webcams.
Right.
You still got text messaging. You still whole long distance dating is a lot better now.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
lot
You can
better.
still see people.
Maybe seeing people, but it's a lot better financially.
Well,
I dated long distance for a while, and
but
it
you
just
was flying back
I
and
was just
forth.
about to
that's
say
a
we
long
do
right.
it.
That's a long. I mean, that's costly.
Yes.
That's
We don't
real
do that
costly.
no more. We just get on.
You get on
Yeah,
Zoom,
you can
webcam.
do that now and see each other, but that ain't the same.
Oh, you like the
Hey.
physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No, it ain't the same. It ain't the same.
But you can still get to know a person. In order to get to know a person, you really have to spend time with them, have conversations, see how they live their everyday lives.
You can't do that on the
You
webcam.
can't do that on the webcam. I
You
what
got
if you're not like me? I don't really talk that much.
No, you let your
So,
actions speak.
there you
Louder
go.
than words.
So when you so what if a person like me on the line and I mean, hey baby, how you doing?
Yeah.
And about 20, 30 seconds, no, about a couple minutes go by, then she responds, and maybe about another 2-3 minutes I respond. I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, if you don't talk a lot, then
Well,
to me it's different than face to face.
You just look.
Right.
No, they ain't gonna get it.
Well, now let me give you some suggestions, because if the person that you're dating knows you well enough to communicate with you more than once, then they probably figured out that you
Want to see something.
Are sort of introverted.
Well,
see, I'm an extrovert. I'm very outgoing. So
Yeah,
what I would do is I would find ways to spice up the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I would read a book, or sing a song, or ask them to
Play a game, truth or dare.
There you go.
Mhm.
There you go.
Mhm.
Do some dancing.
Okay.
It's all kinds of ways you can entertain yourself, especially if you're looking at that person on the screen.
Now, for your purposes, you looking at somebody on the screen. You could do a strip tease or
That ain't gonna get it. I don't go to no what you call them place.
I don't know, but you could get arrested for that.
Yeah, but you can.
Oh,
Should be private. Yes, it should be
it
private.
should be. But if there are children in the vicinity,
what if somebody gets
they're
a hold
recording
of it and
it.
puts it out there on TikTok?
Yeah.
Or they can get a hold of your stuff.
They can get a hold of
So
everything.
don't do that. Don't go online. Well, I'm talking trash, but people that's online, you know what to do. Y'all good with the computers. You know what you can do, what you can't. Same with your phones, I guess. They say something about the clouds.
Oh yeah, going to the cloud.
Yeah, I don't know.
Latoya Lewis, thank you for watching. Please
Hey.
put your comments in the chat. Do you know anybody that's dating long distance or anybody dating on the computer or they just kind of, just leave us your comments, or you can text them to us. I'll put the phone number at the bottom of the screen and you can send your text message.
Or tell us some tips or something how our viewers, there you go.
Yeah, we need to know what to do.
Now, the other thing we really need to know what to do is how to maintain a good relationship. I mean, we could invest all this time chatting with somebody, talking to somebody, but how do you get over that initial hump of, okay, we calling each other, now we need to see each other, now we need to spend time together. How do you get over
the hump?
Yeah, especially if there's a physical attraction and you trying to hold down that flesh.
Woo, boy.
Yeah, that's a hump. That's a hump.
Because
Bartee was pulling the chair out for me. He was smelling good, looking good, taking me out.
Hold up now.
Yeah, and I had to
that
keep
word
that flesh
down. That say was.
I had to distract myself.
Yeah.
We wasn't long distance though. That ain't long distance.
We was.
Orlando,
we was an hour apart.
Yeah, that ain't long distance.
That was long distance.
That was long distance.
Now she kind of said she done both at the same time.
What?
In terms of internet dating and long distance dating.
Oh, okay. Well, what's up with that?
Well, she said you just have to do it, but know your limitations.
There you go.
Know your limitations.
If your hands are hot, do group gathering.
There you go.
So if my flesh is hollering
That's
because
right.
you so
Invite your
fine.
friends online. That's
Yes.
No, you
Or
can't
your
do that.
mama.
No, that's
Yes.
personal business. The guy don't want to talk to your mama. He want to talk to you.
No, but you want your family to meet whoever you're interested in.
Yeah.
Not right away. Not right away.
No, maybe not right away.
Not right away.
Eventually.
Okay.
I don't think I would introduce, say if me and my wife was online until we met in person first. I had to find out about you. Just because we talk online, that don't mean nothing. I need to know how you carry yourself and everything
background
else.
check. You gonna get a PI?
No.
You get a PI on you?
No. If God didn't give me nothing else, He gave me common sense.
But everybody ain't got your common sense.
And I really use mine. I mean that's just me. To me.
Shekinah said, "Don't put yourself in compromising situation."
Yes.
Okay, it depends on what's compromising.
The compromising is like when you said, "Baby,
Mm-hmm.
I've been coming out here to see you now for like a
I ain't
month.
say that.
And I want you to come to my home in Daytona, see how I live, see where I live. Maybe spend the weekend with me." That was a compromising situation.
Compromising, yes.
Only reason I did it was you said you had a guest room and you keep your hands to yourself. That's the only reason.
Excuse me. And did he do that?
He did.
Yes,
He
I
was a
did.
perfect
Yes, I
gentleman.
did.
I was texting Jasmine. I was like, "Jasmine, you need to see this house." And she said, "Mama, if the house is clean and nicely decorated, he gay." And I'm like, "Well, I might find out this weekend. I might not." But he was still a perfect gentleman. Yes.
Yeah,
But
I ain't
Shekinah's
getting
right.
one the first time.
Don't put yourself in compromising
That's
situations.
right. If they say, "Baby, could you remove this and take a picture?" The answer is no.
Hold up, but hey, everybody like that. Some people say yeah.
Yeah,
I mean that's each his own, right?
Well,
Yeah, some people say yeah. They got all kind of people. Hey, when I worked at the drug court,
yeah.
the lady, female officer, she watched the females, the male watched the males.
Watch him do what? Pee
in a cup.
Oh,
But anyway,
Lord.
she told me this one lady was in there. We had, mirrors everywhere.
Right.
So the lady was in there after she got just posed when she got finished. She said, so if she got a computer, she's probably doing the same thing.
Posing in the mirror.
And some people, that's why I say each his own. If that's what you want to do, I mean, that's what you want to do. But I mean, some people, that's life. But
Shekinah also says plan group gatherings where you
Yes.
can have private conversations but still have people there to keep you accountable.
Absolutely.
So we could all sit around and play sequence or spades.
Mhm.
And if I go to put my hand in your lap, the wreath would be like, "Cut that out, Angie."
How you gonna do that if you long distance on the computer?
Well,
That's what you're saying? Have
Well,
large
it's called
gatherings?
simulation.
yeah.
Oh, why? Okay,
In other words, all she has to do is to plant the seed in your mind.
Yeah.
And you slip your hand under the table.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody in there but nothing
No,
under the
it's
table.
in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see. That would work for me. but if it worked for you, hey, that ain't gonna work for me.
Oh God.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
she kind of said they don't make many like Bartee.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
there's a whole lot like me. There's a whole lot like me. I ain't nothing special. That just doesn't work for me.
Well, yes, Shekinah. Bartee has the octopus syndrome and the touchy-feely disease. You got the touch, feel.
No, not necessarily, but I want to know how the person really is once we together,
Right.
not far apart. You can always say, such I'm this, I'm that. Yeah, I would never do that. But once you get out and mingle
But
together,
that takes time.
yeah.
It takes time to get to know a person.
And that reminds me of something that my sex education teacher taught 100 years ago when I was in school. They was like, they can be dressed up real good, but you still got to see what you're working with.
Yeah.
You got to
you gotta
look,
see.
inspect,
Yeah.
wash it down,
Because
flip it
what
up.
if they have mental health issues and you don't find that out
Yeah.
until you've made the trip?
Yeah, like me.
Well,
You
I
made
told
a
you.
commitment.
I told you first day. Don't start. Don't start. Come on, we got a giveaway. Hand me that book. We have a giveaway tonight.
Then
Everyone.
you be hooked.
Our new book is entitled "Everybody Needs a Little TLC." Transformational lifestyle content. It is an anthology presented by Tawan Lowe.
All right.
It talks about how it's okay to not be okay. It talks about self-care. It talks about self-love. Self-love is not selfish. It's I narrated it and I was going through and I was like, oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. This is good. So the giveaway, this book retails for $18.99. You get a copy of this book, contact me, and you'll get a free love one another as I have loved you. Psalm 13:34. Actually, get 2 copies of this book. I give you 2 for $25. Then you got a gift to give to somebody for the holidays.
Wow, that is nice.
You know, all in the news, they talking about how stuff is backlogged on them ships and we ain't getting nothing.
But wait a minute, you said a giveaway. Explain that to me, because then you just said you get 2 for $25.
The giveaway.
That's not FR.
The giveaway.
Oh, that's the giveaway.
Yeah, you get this free little.
Oh, that's not the only book now. That's not the only book. I think she has about 12 books. This will be a giveaway. But if you want to buy some books, you can buy 2 for how much?
2 for $25.
2 for $25.
Instead of $18.99.
That's what she meant to
got
say.
Self-care habits in here.
That's part of
self-care.
my wife was talking about.
Be selfish for good reason, a foundation of self-love. I thought this book would be appropriate today because we're talking about dating and none of that. If you date long distance on the internet or in your mind, you don't need to do none of it until you know yourself.
Absolutely.
Transformational lifestyle content. Everybody needs a little TLC. So that's
TLC.
That's it. That's
Tender love and care.
Yeah, well,
it don't mean that though, but
it could be that too.
That when we first, my wife had the book signing in where were we at?
Waldorf,
Maryland, and I met her. That's what and plus in Detroit. We have friends there, and they sell the product TLC too.
Yeah. And we'll be introducing you prayerfully to some more of the TLC products as we go along. So,
Angie B, I have a question for you.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I have an answer.
When Bartee asked you out, was it your intent to date? I mean, had you considered dating or contemplated it?
Hold up now. She asked me out.
Wait.
She asked me out.
Wait, that's why she's trying to figure out how to answer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can answer that the way it's presented because Bartee really didn't ask me out. I saw Bartee for a second time. And I was just drawn to him. And I was mad at God. I was like, God, I said I'm going to serve you with gladness. Send me, Lord. I'll go. What am I supposed to do with him? Now, Lord, you just going to have to, whatever this is. And the Lord said, love him with all your heart and all your soul. And you'll have restoration and reconciliation in your family.
Very good.
And at the time, I had someone in my family I was estranged from. He had somebody in his family he was estranged from. Okay. And after we got engaged, those relationships were mended.
That's another affirmation.
Another affirmation. So no, he never asked me out. In
well,
fact, I had to tell his nephew, give your uncle my phone number.
That was the beginning, but I did. You're right. I did ask her out.
Yeah, eventually.
We had a conversation on the phone.
Yeah.
And I asked her out so we could go walking down to Altamont. And her dad was in town.
Yeah.
Now, I thought she was lying.
About her father being in town?
No, the thing was, she said she was at her dad's condo at Westgate.
Right. It is time.
Now, timeshare. Now, only Westgate I knew of at that time was right off of
Turkey
Lake Road.
Right, I know where you
So I say, shoot.
Right.
I can still go down there. I was going to the club where my girl staying down
on Sand Lake Road.
On Sand Lake Road.
Yeah.
So I
And I
thought
said,
about it. She
no,
said,
we in Kissimmee.
yeah, and I didn't know they had one in Kissimmee.
Oh, yeah, that's
so,
a
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
yes.
I didn't know that, but I did. You're right. I'm so, you can ask her. I did ask her out.
Very
So
good.
ask her that question again.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, Angie B,
Yes.
were you contemplating dating? How did you feel about it before Bartee asked you out?
I was not going to date.
Okay.
I had been married twice. They
Right.
either leave you or disease you or
Right,
abuse
right,
you
right,
or
right.
and
Yeah, that
that
didn't work out.
that wasn't for me. I was grateful for my life of servitude and evangelism. The gift of prophecy had recently been opened up in me, and I was just waiting. I was like scouting folks out. Lord, what you want me to say to this one? Lord, what you want me to do with this one? Lord, what you want you? And he literally walked into my shot. I was trying to take a picture of a baby in a car seat, and he walked into my shot. I was like, Negro, don't you see?
Yeah, she ain't say that. I would have told her something. You called me a Negro.
That's
Don't you see?
something.
And then I
She
looked
ain't
at
say
him,
that.
and I watched his interaction among his family. You know, some men, they'll just sit there with the cousins and wait for something to happen. Other men will be like, "Come on, let's
Right.
take a picture. Let's
Right.
hey, how y'all doing?"
Encourage her.
Yeah, and that was Bartee. He was like the man in the family. I'm
That was
like,
my
who is
nephew.
it? Well, I didn't know that
My
was
nephew.
And
JR.
what I find amazing about that is because Bartee had been an entertainer, unbeknownst to you, Bartee had constantly been exposed to women, attractive
Constantly.
women, professional women,
Constantly.
all types of women.
Groupie women.
And then, yes, and then you, on the other hand, Angie B, were in an industry on the radio where you were constantly in contact with men, young men, middle-aged men.
I was on tour
Cute men,
with
fine
22 rappers,
Tall
22 Christian
man.
rappers.
That's who she like.
Tall men?
Tall, light-skinned men.
Yeah, well, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Hey,
so-
yeah.
so that was, look, it was just all meant to be.
That was what the
way,
Lord
the way
wanted.
God, yeah, He put him in your frame.
Yeah.
That's why I say never say never.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Man, you got a question for me? You got a question for her?
Well,
No, the question but okay, I only had one question.
Oh, okay.
we'll tell you if we have a question.
Yeah, because you've already answered that question. You were not interested in dating. You weren't interested in getting married again, Bartee.
He wanted to date, but no, he wasn't getting
Right.
married.
He didn't want that commitment.
And then I had more curves than Halle Berry, and he into Halle
you
Berry
showed
looking
up.
women. So I had some curves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That, God, that's why I say, God, never say never. I mean,
Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say
'Cause
never
I didn't
because
plan
you two
on.
needed
She
each
had
other,
too
you
many
just
curves
didn't
for
know
me, and I always said no for me dating women with a lot of curves, but
Right.
never say never.
And Rue Mayweather out in Texas wrote a book called Recipe for a Man.
Uh-huh.
And
she sure did.
I have to get a copy
bought
of that
book.
Oh, girl,
I
you're
should
gonna
have
have
brought it over.
to. That's all right. That's all
Recipe
right.
for a man.
Recipe for a man.
And
Did you read that book?
Yes.
okay.
What's the recipe?
I won't reveal it. You need to buy your own copy.
Ain't no recipe. Ain't no
Content.
recipe for no man.
There are a lot of women that say
Search
he's
for
got to
Rue
have it.
Mayweather on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll tag her in the show.
That sounds just like Steve Harvey. What he say?
His book is called
Act like a woman.
Yes.
Huh?
Think like a man.
Think
Act
like-
like a woman.
Think like a man.
Yeah.
But
That's
there are
important.
a lot of single women, smart, degreed
Yes,
single
they
women
are. Yes, they
that
are.
say he got to have his own house, his own car. He got to be able to pay all his bills and my bills. He can't have no children. if
Her
I ain't got
bills
no
too.
children. I'm telling you, that's what a lot of single women say.
Okay.
Yeah, those are all the wrong reasons.
And they'll get caught for the okie doke.
No, not so much okie doke. I say the same thing. Some of the same
Yeah,
thing.
you did. I had to have my own.
That's why I
car.
say never say never.
Yeah.
What
You said to me you had to have your own car.
That's what he said. I had to have my own place. So when he wanted to go home, I wanted to go home. He'd have a place separate. I had to have my own car.
Well, you always
I had to have
want
my own
somebody
source of
to
income.
have. I do anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they need to bring something
Right.
to the
Bring something to
relationship.
the table.
Absolutely.
So
And that's okay.
yeah, it's okay. But that's why never say never. God has his own plan.
Absolutely.
God
All
has his own
right. So
plan.
Shekinah has a question, but before we get there, we gotta say hi to Jill.
Hi,
Jill. James Hawthorne is watching, girl.
Hey.
How cold is it in Detroit today? How cold is it in
Are
Detroit?
there any single men in Detroit?
Yeah. Hey. And
Go online. Tell her. Go online.
And that's another thing. Do you ever, how many successful relationships do you know of where somebody found their mate in their own hometown? Or did they literally move out of town? Like Ruth left town and Boaz found her. I mean, how many folks, that's probably a whole different conversation.
No, it ain't, because I was married, and when I dated out of town.
Okay.
I was already married in this town once.
Right.
And you don't want, for me, you don't want to, women talk a lot.
Yes, we do.
I get men, some men do too.
Yes.
So you don't want, your business, and I did. So I was already married to one woman, so I'm out of town, man.
Yep. I got you.
But Bartee, how did you meet the women out of town? Did you go out of town just to meet them? Or
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So did you go to a particular spot? You went
No, I went to a whole lot of spots.
Was you at the Chicken and Waffles?
No, I don't go to that. No, I go to a place. I like jazz, so I go to those clubs. Yeah, I like stuff like that. So I go to jazz clubs. I go to hotels.
So if she sashayed in there with some curves, then you was
No. I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead.
No, ain't no telling what. Things happen for a reason.
right.
I was just leaving a club I used to sing at. I was at the bar. Somebody came up to me and asked me, "Is this seat taken?"
Oh, that's a great line. I've used
And
that.
I said, "It's yours now," and that was that.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
So I mean, things come to you like depends on where you go out of town. I mean, if you in
Now,
town,
did you date that person?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you all had a pleasant conversation.
Yeah.
And you asked for her number. Okay, she asked
After
for
the
your
fact. But anyway,
It's a
it
wonder.
ain't about me. It's
a
about
wonder.
people. Whatever you want to do when you go out. I just say if you're in the town, this depends on the town.
Right.
Small town. I mean, if you already been married there, I mean, you don't really need. I mean, it's on you. If you want to date there,
Hey, I did that once. Dated a guy I met in the club.
Well,
that didn't work out.
Well,
because that next day he took me back to the club, and guess what? The club was closed.
Oh Lord.
Took you back. Was the relationship closed?
Oh yeah, it was over. It was one of them overnight.
There you go. There you go. See, there's a lot of people out there, even
I
on the
had left
net.
my car at the club.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the club was out of town.
Man.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go Greyhound.
Oh no.
How you had to go Greyhound?
To get back home.
But your car was at the club.
No, it was not. I just said my car was not at the club.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I didn't even have a car then.
Did he take you home?
No.
He didn't take you his place?
No, he had gotten the milk.
Well.
Oh, man. Man. Yeah, it was over. It was over. I would have done that now. I would have done that like that. I at least took you home.
Yeah, and asked for my number.
Okay, baby.
No, I don't know.
Somebody has a question for you, baby.
Yeah, ask me.
Bartee, how did you know she was the one?
God put us together. Everything just fit into
He still don't
package.
know.
I mean, that's all I could say.
He still don't know.
Everything worked out. I mean, that's
He
why
knew
I never
because
say
God
never.
changed his mind and his heart. Well, it starts with his heart.
Yeah.
So God just softened his heart.
Well, no, I mean
that is true. That is true.
No, my heart always.
No.
Yeah.
My heart always been soft.
No.
Baby.
Right.
Baby, will you marry me?
Right.
No, I didn't.
That is.
But
Because at
you
first
all
he
got
was
married,
like,
what, 9 months later?
he was like, no, we can't get married. It's too soon.
Right.
And then you was like, okay, well, we can get married, but I got 3 more years to retirement. We'll just get married after I retire.
Right.
And I was like,
She didn't want to play house.
No.
I mean, as I say, God, we talked about this. It's in the book. God give you a blessing.
Hi,
And
Avalon.
it's up to you to accept that blessing. And God was giving me, like I said, the conversation started with what you told me?
Truth or dare?
No, when we was on the phone talking, and she said she had to go to her dad's, and
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I had been calling you, and
The
every
word
time
is-
I called you, you was busy. You was gardening. You was shade. You couldn't hold a conversation.
Right.
So I said, bump it. And then 2 weeks later, I got my bag packed. I'm going to spend a week in Kissimmee with my dad. And then you decide to call while I'm on the interphone.
but no, that wasn't what I'm saying.
And I said, I do what, because after you fumbled through a few things, I was like, Lord, what is he trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said, he's trying to ask you out. So I said, I want to go out with you.
Right.
I would love to go out with you, but right now I'm going to spend some time with my daddy, so you have to wait.
Right.
That still ain't what I'm
And
saying.
then I said, thank you for your
Now,
patience.
that's where it started.
Please be patient
That's
with
exactly
me.
where it
Because
started.
I lose my mind when my daddy in town. I lose my mind.
Because now you hear that all the time. But I haven't heard that before, else I wasn't in sync with that.
Right.
But when she said it, must be
Right.
something there. But,
Right.
you know, I'm not
And that's how you
I've
knew I
never
was the
dated
one?
intelligent women before. But
Right.
when she said that, it just hit me.
But
That was
she
it.
had
That was the
patience.
start.
But she had patience as well, because I'm sure she was starting to feel rejected because she was initiating the calls and you weren't really forthcoming,
Receptive.
or you weren't available after 2 or 3 times. So when you reached out to her that day, I'm telling you, that took a lot for her to say, I really want to go out with you.
I
Thank
do.
you for being patient. That was grace.
I did.
Oh, that was grace.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well, that's how.
That was grace.
I mean, God just is
And that's
blessing.
what touched you, though.
That was the start of it.
Absolutely.
That was the start. And when we went to the, I went to take her out to dinners and stuff like that. She started playing these games. I ain't never played no game when I go out, truth or dare and all that. I ain't
No,
talking
but
about
that's
that.
what you do with someone when
Well, I
they're
don't
not
talk
really,
about that.
when they're not an extrovert. You're
Right.
sort of introverted, and
I-
Angie B's just the opposite. So she was just trying to fill the space.
Bartee, you don't communicate. For example,
Right.
the first time we went to a restaurant, Red Garden, Olive Garden, one of them, Red Lobster. Okay, so they take you to a booth to sit
Right.
down.
Right.
The lady sits down first, right?
Uh-huh.
And the man sits down.
Right.
Bartee says, scoot over and
Right.
shoved himself next to me.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm thinking, what kind of control freak is this? He gonna tell me
I ain't no control freak.
sit over there on my
Hell no.
side?
But that's not what she was used to.
You
So that's
didn't
okay.
communicate to me that that's how you like. So I just,
What I had to say.
may
I didn't just say it like
may
that
I
either.
sit next to
Do you
you?
mind if I sit next to you?
There you
I
go.
really would like to be close to you. Do you mind?
And then I would have been like, yeah, let me
That
scoot
wasn't his
over.
expert- right.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
I wasn't into that.
And still ain't into that.
So,
Right.
what do you mean still into that? I don't ask, can I?
You
No.
don't have to now because she's
Whatever.
white.
All right, there you go.
And then he's so forthcoming with his care. I mean, Bartee really is caring. I mean,
Yes,
he
I
goes
am.
out of his way to care. I'll need you to. I got
Oh, my bad. My bad.
I've been knowing y'all long enough. I got this.
She
Book.
got it.
He goes out of his way to care for his wife. As a matter of fact, I was over here last week for lunch,
Oh,
and Bartee ordered lunch out. But Angie B wanted her chicken nuggets on a salad. So she said, baby, would you get me some salad? And I said, oh, I'll get that for you. And Bartee said, oh, no, I got this. And he brought the salad.
and he put it
And she
together.
said,
for me.
thank you, baby.
Thank you, baby.
She always saying thank
Thank
you.
you,
But I did that. I didn't want.
always said that.
Yeah, she always thanking me
She
for
does.
stuff I don't know where it comes
Oh,
from.
God.
It comes from within her. That's just who she is.
Right, there you go.
And
Well,
then she
that's-
And
that's
is
who
that
she
how you
is.
knew that I was the one?
And then she's also
No, I told
doing,
you how I started.
but Bartee, she's also being honorable and obedient because the Bible says that she has to submit herself to you.
Sometimes.
Yes,
the most
no.
Oh,
difficult-
hey, my
It
wife
ain't
a
got to
Taurus.
happen all the time.
Well, okay, it don't
But she
either.
does
Wife
do
a
it.
Taurus. She a
She
Taurus.
does do it.
Huh?
She
Yeah,
does.
she does do it when she
She
want to
does.
do it.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
At least
she's a
it's done.
Taurus. Sometimes I don't know what it is.
That's
You know?
okay. She's on pain meds. So
Oh,
No.
that's when you get that
No,
little conflict.
No.
We got some
no,
comments we need
okay,
to read,
okay.
y'all. Okay, so
Right.
Shakana said those are the bare minimum as an adult. You have to have your own place, own car, and be able to manage. Those are minimums as an adult.
I
Yeah,
can
that means
understand.
You're irresponsible. Absolutely.
Jill up in Detroit said it's not that cold.
What Jill?
Jill that used to be here that lives
Hey,
in Detroit
girl.
now. That's who
Hey.
watching. She says it's not that cold in Detroit. She said, what's it mean to be a Taurus? What that mean?
Yeah, bullheaded. That's what that means.
Uh-huh.
You a Taurus? Hey, I need to see you. We need. Hey, girl, come on back down
keep
here.
inviting Jill to Florida.
Yeah.
Come on, Jill.
Oh wow, we miss you, girl.
It's
Jill
about
said-
to be freezing there.
Jill said she found 2 husbands in Michigan while
What?
she was there. Mhm.
2.
Yeah.
She did tell me.
We
that.
asked her
Yeah,
if there was any good men
I
in
did.
Detroit. She said, "Yeah, plenty."
I did.
Mhm.
When you
Yeah.
coming to Florida?
She could come for the 11th annual Fresh Book Festival.
In January 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yep, here in
Right
Daytona.
here in Daytona Beach.
In Daytona Beach. Go to freshbookfestival.net.
Shout out to Donna Graybanks.
Hey, Donna.
You come stay here.
Hey.
No, she's gonna stay at my house.
Mhm. Oh, okay. We fighting
Hold
over
Hold
up.
up. No,
here.
you
You
come.
don't have no swimming pool.
Oh, yeah, we do.
The topic is literacy renewed. Fresh Book Festival 2022. I am excited about it. I know 2021 we were virtual and international because we partnered with authors over across the pond.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that one. We're going to be talking about Confinement Chronicles and the answer to a call, because when the coronavirus pandemic shut down schools, offices, and restaurants, and even Disney World, people everywhere began to cry out for comfort. Jobs were lost. Jobs are still being lost. Parents had to adjust to having their children at home, and churches had to learn to reach their flocks virtually. And
Yes.
all this is still happening.
It still is.
Some have even stated that they believe the current global protests are a result of the added stress of weeks of confinement. So we created Confinement Chronicles, How God Got Me Over the Curve. And this month we have the volume of the audiobook that is a tribute to cancer awareness. It's based upon Psalm chapter 62, verse 6 through 8. He brought me through it. Cancer during a pandemic. Bartee has a lovely tribute in this audiobook, a tribute to his mother, who he lost to breast cancer. We have Charlene Thomas, who wrote a tribute to her mother who survived breast cancer. My sisters, my dad, and I wrote a tribute to my maternal grandfather, who we lost to lung cancer. But cancer is just it's evil, and it needs to be eradicated. And as long as we continue to bring awareness, I truly think we can do that. So that is a part of the audiobooks that we do here at Angie Productions. It's a part of a ministry by providing media and more. Contact us about getting your book turned into audio, and we will take real good care of you. Also, we're in the midst of mental health awareness, because as we get closer to the holidays, people start to be affected. Parents can't figure out how they're going to pay for the kids' toys, and the sun is not shining as long as it was before, and people have hormonal imbalances. So I do have my book titled Last Week I Wanted to Die. It is my true story of baptism through depression, attempted suicide, and forgiveness. Go to our publisher's website at laderopress.com to purchase your copy. We've got a couple of books at Ladero Press that I want you to get. I also want you to get a copy of Emerging from the Curve, stories from 5 middle school students aged 7 to 11. They talked about how the pandemic affected them. One little boy talked about how he lost his grandmother in the pandemic. Another little person talked about how they were actually suicidal during the pandemic, just because of the stress that they felt from their parents. So go to Ladero Press and grab a copy of these books. I know that you will actually enjoy them. I know that you will.
Yes,
Okay,
you will.
we got some more comments.
Okay.
Let me see. Jill says she just got a new job. So
Congratulations.
Don't use that as no excuse now. You come on the weekend. This is on the weekend.
Yeah, just for pop in, pop out.
Yeah, pop in, pop out, girl.
Hey.
Detroit ain't what? How many hours?
Hey.
Awesome.
Hey. Gotta give a shout out. Jasmine is here. Hey, baby.
Hey, about time.
Hey, baby.
She on CP time.
Oh,
we
Lord
get this started at
Jesus.
7 o'clock.
Oh, Jesus. I have to thank Jasmine because last Friday was the beginning of her weekend. She worked all day on her job, left her job, packed her husband in the car, and drove over an hour from Jacksonville to Daytona to do what?
Cook some chitlins.
Sleep.
Switching in the kitchen for 2 hours.
Sleep.
She cooked me lemon pepper capers with chicken. She could use some chicken in case you don't like capers. She cooked me some salmon. She cooked us a big old pot roast.
Yeah, she did a lot of cooking.
We've been eating good. Yeah, he did eat all the pot roast, baby.
No, it's still a little piece still left in there.
He made
I'll take
pot
that
roast
home with me
sandwiches.
tonight.
I know. So, Jasmine's dedication reminds me of the scripture, right? Honor your father and your mother, and your days will be long. Yeah, she honored me.
Well, both of her daughters love their mama. That's how I go. They like sisters. They always talk on the phone all time of the night.
Yep.
Got these conference calls they be doing. I mean, it's a good thing though. I mean, they take care of their mama.
And I'm gonna take care of my babies.
I'm
gonna take care of my
just in the
babies.
way.
Okay, so Shekinah says, "Hey boo, hey."
Hey boo.
Hey boo, hey. Jill said, "Oh, that was so sweet. I'll try to come in 2022." But
Hey, no. Oh.
we still got 2021 left.
November the 1st is Monday.
Yeah, okay. Well,
That'll work, Jill.
Yeah, because that's January.
yeah, it
Okay.
is. All
She
right,
didn't say January. She said
2022.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be all
Back
right.
to that. Yeah.
All right, shout out to Vita. Vita
Vita
watching.
watching.
Hey,
They came down here.
They
Vita
wanna be on the
and my
show,
cousin
though.
Dana. Yeah, they
Oh,
came
come
down
on,
here.
Vita. It's so easy to sit back here.
Yeah,
I'll bring you a
they
hat.
came down here.
So
We
you
had
can
plenty
hang
of
in
fun.
here with this hat thing with Angie B.
Next
No, you
time.
too young for them hats to be there. Don't let it down. You too young for them hats.
Next time.
You ain't no mother in the church. You too young. You too young for them hats.
You can be.
Vita was cool. Vita put up with us because Vita and Dana flew in from Ohio to
Akron, Ohio.
Ohio to Orlando Airport, right? We picked them up from the airport. Now they had already had like a layover, a 3-4 hour layover. They got up early, had a long flight, and so I'm thinking, okay, somebody picked me up from the airport. They're gonna take me so I can refresh myself, eat something. No, we ain't do that. We
When
took
y'all
them.
go to Disney?
Stayed on the road.
Yes.
Stayed on the road.
We
Oh
took
my
them.
God.
We took them to Disney Springs and walked.
What?
Well, I rode because he was pushing
I
me in
was
the
pushing.
chair. But
we tired him out. We tired my
Yes, you
sister,
did,
my
but that's a
cousin
lovely
Dana.
place to take a visitor.
Yes.
It's beautiful there.
It
We
was nice.
really tried to put in as much as we could during their visit. We went to St. Augustine,
Oh, wow.
rode the trolley.
Nice.
Yeah.
We had some fun.
Yeah,
And
And
now
wait
the
for you to come back.
Lincolnville African American Museum is open, and they say it's spectacular.
Oh,
In St. Augustine, I'll send you that.
Good.
Okay. Hey, tell Johnny I'm gonna send that package since you didn't take it back with you.
Tell Johnny we said what up.
No, yeah, what up?
Is that my Johnny?
No, it's Vita's Johnny.
J1.
Oh,
Vita's Johnny.
where is my Johnny?
Oh, when he
Johnny be good. Johnny be gone.
gotta be still and wait on the Lord. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got 2 new audiobooks we're working on, and we want your stories. Please write a story about your father, or if you want to be a father, what kind of father you want to be, or write a story about a father figure in your life. Okay, these stories are going to be narrated into an audiobook, and it will be a partner to the Dads on Duty workshop. The Dads on Duty workshop, taking your fatherhood to the next level.
Yeah, I need some help with that.
Yep, we need some stories. We do have one. We got 2 really good stories. One is about how God is the father of all. But there's another powerful story about a young man who joined the military, not knowing anything about money or credit or anything. Parents didn't equip him.
Right.
And you know how we get in trouble sometimes when we
Yes.
don't know things.
Right.
And how when he's a father, he's going to do things differently to educate his children on finances and things like that. So I'm excited about that one.
Okay.
All right, so get your stories together, get your photo, your headshot, your selfies together, and send it to us. And then the last audiobook that I believe we will be doing this year that the Lord has proclaimed for us to do is They Didn't Tell Me About This.
Shut your mouth. We're talking about Shan.
Yeah, they didn't tell me about it. Lessons that you wish someone had taught you about relationships, about menopause, about how having it all still ain't enough if you ain't got Jesus, mental health, sexual issues, self-medicating. We got a lot of people during the pandemic. They had it on the news tonight that the rate of liver transplants increased in 2021 because everybody was drinking in 2020.
Really?
So they messed up their livers.
Oh my gosh.
So self-medicating through stress and pandemic crap. So we love to share your story, what you wish somebody would have taught
That's
you.
a very good topic.
And then they didn't tell me about this stuff. So please contact us with your story. Don't worry, the story ain't got to be perfect. We will
it's
get
your story.
Yep, we will get it perfect.
Yes.
Finally, Angie and Bartee Productions is still supporting the Blossoming Blushing Princess event to help celebrate girls and boys. It takes place in Michigan. If you need some more information, contact us. They're going to treat the kids to something cute. They're sponsoring the children. They're going to braid the girls' hair, cut the boys' hair, have care packages for the children, and offer a financial contribution to the child. The event takes place on November 13th. It's right around the corner. It's going to be at the Southwest Sport Club. Jill, you need to register your grandchildren to go over there. This is their third annual event.
That would be great. Jill has 3 grandsons. And
Yep.
a 4th is on the way.
Oh, okay. It'd be great for you, Jill.
Blossoming and blushing. That's going to be so nice. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so contact us. We'll connect you with the person that's in charge of that event.
Very nice.
And then it looks like we got another viewer, Marilyn Ruffin.
Hello.
Hey.
She said, "Hi, chocolate and Angie B. Hey.
What's up?
How you doing, Marilyn?"
I just got finished talking with your hubby
Yeah.
earlier today at work. He ain't doing nothing.
They
He's
making
on the
plans for
phone.
mischief,
They
Marilyn.
told me you're going on that trip to Baruga.
Hey, don't be putting her business out there. Maybe she don't want everybody to know where she's going.
Exactly. That's when folks break in your house.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh my God.
My bag. But enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Enjoy
If I'd have known about it earlier, maybe next time now, because we want to go to someplace like that. Seclude everything paid for.
Yeah.
We need to make sure Angie can walk on home.
Yeah, you're right.
Ooh, without falling. Yeah. I want to say thank you to all the prayer warriors that prayed over my wrist. It is not broken from the fall. Right. It's a bad sprain with some tendonitis. So I got to let it rest, just like the rest of me. And then they'll check out the shoulder because
$6 million woman.
Because I fell. I was on medication and I wasn't paying attention, and I got up to go do something and fell on the shoulder,
ankle,
and went to, my x-rays look really cool. I got 2 pins in the ankle, 2 pins in the toe, and the x-rays are fabulous.
And how's it feeling? Your
it's propped up.
Yeah,
God's grace is sufficient.
God is good, isn't it?
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta take a little pain.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta take a little pain. My wife, mosquito bite, she hurt. Hey,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Yes, Brenda's calling. Yes.
Hey, we don't tell me on the show.
We on the air right this second, but we gonna be getting off in a minute. So
we ain't got but a couple minutes.
We'll call you back, Brenda. Love you.
Yeah, go to your computer.
Later.
But anyway, we got a couple more minutes. Before we leave the show, our special guest, we'd like to thank you for being a part.
Thank you.
Not only a part of the show, but a part of our life.
Oh my God,
and the many blessings that you've given to us.
Yes.
And Do you have any shout outs, or do you have
Yeah,
any?
who you want to shout out?
Well, let's talk about this. Do you have any conclusions to dating online, or
What you want to say?
Well, first of all, I'd like to give honor to God.
Yes.
Because
Amen.
He is very, very, very central and important in my life. I'd like to say hello to Dr. Anissa Ferris, my employer.
Yeah.
I love her. I love
Ferris
her
of them all.
compassion for her practice.
Yeah.
And she has made an opportunity for me to learn how to become a leader in the community.
Wow.
I am attending the Port Orange, South Daytona leadership class, and we'll be graduating on November 17th at the Port Orange Pavilion.
Ooh.
And it's just been a wonderful experience. I never thought that I would ever have any interest in actually in the community. I mean, you know, I support community events. I go to the truck meets and I go to the parks, you know, and I go listen to Kevin Cooper and his love band.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, but this opportunity is so different because I have actually been able to go to city council meetings and meet mayors and meet city managers and understand how businesses start and you know how the economy flows. So it's just been a fascinating journey.
Now, what's Dr. Ferris's first name again?
Her name is Anissa, Aneesa.
Okay,
yeah, that's good. More people need to take part in their community. You know, we live here like yourself. My wife went down there. I went with her also in order to.
Because I don't go to many places without you.
We went to see if we could talk with the county manager.
Yeah.
In regards to a program she was doing, and we really do. People need to really. I mean, I'm like days ago about that myself.
Right.
To know, you need to know really what's going on in your community.
Right.
You can't be, you know.
And the way to know that is to go to the city council meetings.
Really, yeah, you really do.
They have them every month in every city.
So you can't cry. Just like voting, you know, you need to try to find out what's happening in Washington. Everybody ain't got to know everything about everything. We try to know a little bit about something. You know what I mean? Well, Retha, that's good, and continue to be.
Thank you very much.
A part of your community.
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I'd like to extend an invitation to you and Angie B. If you're available to come to my graduation. It will be November 17th at 8:30 a.m. That is a Wednesday. All of our classes are on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's breakfast. They're going to be serving breakfast. I'm not sure if
At
you're
night?
going to have bacon.
No, 7 in the morning.
8:30 a.m.
Oh, man.
A.m.
Oh, okay.
You got, like you retired. You have to set the alarm clock.
Yes, I am retired.
Yes.
Been retired since 2019.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll be there. We'll
Thank
take that
you very
invitation.
much. And it was a pleasure to join you. Getting over the hump.
With Angie B and Bartee and
Yeah, I
special
got my
guests.
shout outs down. I like shout out
I'm
to
ready.
my friend Dana. My cousin Dana.
Okay. Dana, your brother.
My brother Ed,
Uh-huh.
Compton, California. Well, you can typing all this down?
Yeah, I let him know. We gave you a
Jolene,
shout out on the show.
David Ruffin, Marilyn Ruffin.
There you go.
All my Akron.
David
Kim
Ruffin.
David
Yeah.
Ruffin.
Temptation.
I know you won't leave me.
Oh, but I refuse
Hey!
to let you go.
No, he ain't
Yeah.
from Temptation. But that's Continental. Y'all know about that.
They
I'm
all
Continental.
got
He's Continental.
names.
I'm chocolate.
They all got names.
Tiki Teak Dog.
Hi, Jolene. That's my sister.
Her brother, God rest his soul,
Mhm.
Big Al. Yeah.
Yep. Linda.
Linda.
Your cousin been wanting to call you Linda.
Linda's on?
No.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Linda.
Mm-hmm.
My niece and Orlando Love and my nephews.
And shout out to Linda Lamb.
Okay.
Linda called and asked me for something. And we had done her audiobook earlier in the year. And when NGB Productions does an audiobook, we after we give it to you, we delete it. We don't want
Right.
you coming back to us later talking about
Right.
you've been selling our audiobook. So
Right.
we delete
You
it.
get what you pay for. Right.
So Linda Lamb was like, do you still have my audiobook? And I was like, Lord
Sweetie.
Jesus, that's about a year ago. I didn't want to tell her no, but I said, let me go look. Wouldn't you know? I went to go look and it was right there.
Really?
That's why the computers are full, because I ain't been
Yeah, it
deleting
has been
stuff.
Oh, that's why I keep cutting off.
Yeah.
Well, you may delete my audiobook. I have several copies of it.
Oh.
And I just like to also give a shout out to Angie B and Bartee Productions, because they will not only produce your audiobook, but they'll teach you how to promote your audiobook.
Girl, tell us about your audiobook. Just tell us about the preview.
My audiobook is
juicy.
entitled Sexual Immorality.
Yeah.
I've been really trying, babe. Trying to hold
And
back
it
this
is
feeling
a testimony
so
of my journey
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
finding out the biblical aspects of
Yep.
sexual
If
immorality.
you
Dating.
Yes.
Mhm.
let's
Mhm.
get it on.
No.
And it's available.
Yes.
Just reach out to me.
Yes.
Sexual healing,
Reach
baby.
out.
Hey, we gotta get out here. I'm hungry.
Stop.
We go.
Thank you very much, everybody. Don't forget, we got this book available. Everybody needs a little TLC. I got them ready to put in the mail. Just contact me. Got one for you and one as a gift.
Yeah, we selling. She said 2 for
25.
25.
Or it's $18.99 a piece.
But how? Okay.
I know the math is off. I'm being generous.
Yeah,
Yes, she is.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
she
deal.
is.
That's
But
called
that's
a
a
deal.
deal. That's a
It's
deal.
not called buy one get one free. That's called that's a deal.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. All right, all right.
Self-care.
'Cause
And
I love BOGO.
Yes. And I think the bottom line for today's show is whether you're dating in town, out of town, on the internet, in your mind, just know yourself. Be true to
Yes.
yourself.
Be true to yourself.
Know yourself.
Right.
And don't move unless the Lord tell you.
And don't
That ain't
expect
got
something
nothing
for
to do with
nothing.
dating. You gotta know yourself in life.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
there
It ain't
you
got
go.
nothing to do with dating, just for dating.
Absolutely.
That's what you said. That's
Yeah.
what you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we got anybody want to know? Anybody asking any questions?
I always tell you. Did you ever you waving goodbye? Hey, Jolene, I see you watching. Hey, baby.
Hey, you came too late, girl. The show over with.
She probably
You on CP
she
time.
could have been watching all day and just put a comment up because you keep hollering for comments.
No. Okay. What she say?
Mhm. She said hi.
Hi.
Bye, Jolene.
We love you, Jolene. We love you. Okay, we're going to call our big sister Brenda back. But
All right.
one more thing, we're brand new on YouTube now. So if you know somebody that should see an episode of our show, but they're not on Facebook, just tell them to look for Angie B and Bartee on YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll start loading the episodes.
What she said.
Okay. Everybody ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
If it is the Lord's will, here you go, baby. I pray that He anoint us this day, the next day, and the following day to not only love each other, but to inspire another. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Amen to that, sister.
Smooches. Smooches.